This week I'm driving something that I've got a lot of history with. This is the 2024 Subaru BRZ. If you've been around the channel for a long time, you'll know that my history with this platform goes all the way back to the US launch in 2012, driving the Scion FRS. And in the past 12 years, I've driven a lot of different variations of the FRS to the GT86 to the BRZ, all the way now to the 2024 with this BRZ that is the TS. I'm Adam from TexasGarage. Let's dive into it. From the outside, the 2024 BRZ TS doesn't scream in your face, but it's got the right details. Those TS badges, front and rear, matte gray 18-inch wheels, and a nice aggressive stance that says, I'm not just a BRZ, I'm the BRZ. It's still compact, low slung, and purposeful. Honestly, I love the shape. It's matured a bit since 2012, but it hasn't lost that classic sports car vibe. So we've taken a look around, but what really makes the TS special? The TS trim is the top dog. It's not just badging either. For starters, it gets STI-tuned suspension with Hitachi dampers. This thing is planted. We're talking corner carving precision here. The kind of feel you normally only get from a track prepped car. Then you've got Brembo brakes, front and rear, and let me tell you, they're not just for show. The braking is smooth and confident. You really feel the upgrade the moment you come into the corner hot. 0 to 60 dead stop. Ready, set, go. 60. You also get blue TS stitching inside, some subtle trim bits, and a few little badges to remind you that you went top tier. And let's talk about the drive. This is where the BRZ has always shined, and this 2024 TS is no exception. With the newer 2.4 liter flat 4 under the hood, you get 228 horsepower and 184 pound-feet of torque. That might not sound like much on paper, but compared to the old 2 liter, you feel it, because this thing isn't pushing around a lot of weight. Throttle response is better, low-end torque is way more usable, and getting off the line or powering through corners feels even more fun now. It's not a drag strip car, but it's got enough juice to keep the smile plastered on your face. But it's stiff, like really stiff. On twisty back roads, fantastic. On ramps, a blast. But daily driving, it borders on too stiff for my taste. You feel every bump, every expansion joint. And whenever you get up higher in speeds, you can feel the front end bouncing a bit. It's not a deal breaker, but definitely something to think about if it's gonna be your daily commuter, especially if you're getting up in age. Once you're up to speed on the highway, you're spinning over 3,000 RPMs in 6th gear at 70 miles an hour. Combine that with the road noise and bouncy front end, and yeah, it's not exactly a grand touring car. It'll get you there, and it'll be fun doing it, but you won't be in a zen state when you arrive. This thing is for drivers, not loungers. Surprisingly though, the trunk space is actually solid. I loaded this thing up with groceries, soccer gear for the kids, and all the camera equipment for this shoot. It's not a hatchback, but it gets the job done. The interior still feels a little behind the times. You get USB-A ports only. The materials are okay, but lean budget. The backup camera, yeah, it feels like it came out of a 2009 parts bin. That said, the seats are actually really comfortable and the driving position is spot on. Tech-wise, the 8-inch touchscreen is fine and Bluetooth worked flawlessly, but I really couldn't get the Apple CarPlay to work, mostly because I don't have a USB Type-A cord anymore, and wireless CarPlay, if it's here, it didn't want to play nice. And here's where I get a little nostalgic. Back in 2012, I was on the Scion FRS launch for the US market We did that in Vegas. They took us out to a track. We drove these things on track, and it was my first experience with this platform, and I've been a fan ever since. In 2017, I reviewed the BRZ with a performance pack and said it doesn't have a ton of power, but it delivers what it does have really well. Fast forward to today, and the 2024 TS gives us that extra power while being true to what this car has always been about: precise handling and flat out driving at an affordable price. So here's the deal. The BRZ, it's not for everybody. It's stiff, it's loud, the tech isn't exactly modern, but if you're into driving and you really like driving, this thing is a gem. It's definitely a vehicle that calls for the back twisty roads, for the Saturday track life. If you're looking for a GT car, something to do long road trips, this is not for you. But if you're really into driving and you like those tight corners, there's not much else on the market that fits into this category. So for me, it's an absolute win. I'm glad that Subaru and Toyota continue to make this thing despite all the traction against it. But with that, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please hit the thumbs up button. Leave me a comment down below. Let me know what you think about the BRZ. Subscribe to the channel if you're not already. We do a different review every week. Also, go check out TXGarage.com, where we've got a lot of written reviews as well as event news coverage from a lot of great authors over there, not just myself. Really worth checking out, TXGarage.com. With that, that's all I got for this one. Thanks for watching.